The winning ways continue for UNCW men's basketball. 11 straight victories now for the Seahawks. We'll talk about it and have highlights today here on this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. We'll also introduce you to grad transfer Victor Eno in our player profile. We'll have the play of the week, the player of the week, and we'll look ahead to road contests and conference play for UNCW. All that coming up this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. UNCW, the Seahawks still rolling here, winners of 11 straight. Mike Vaccaro here with the coach, Takeo Siddle. And coach, again, this team putting these wins together now in conference play as well, where it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, I mean, we built a non-conference to get them ready for conference play, and I think we did that. And so they kind of knew what to expect going into league play. Most of them knew what to expect. And so when we were able to get that first win under our belt, we were able to make some adjustments and talk about what we needed to do moving forward. And I thought we performed really well in the second game of conference play. Yeah,
let's talk about the first one here. Monmouth in New Jersey, first ever conference meeting with the Hawks from Monmouth. Your thoughts going in, because again, their record isn't great, but you know it's conference play.
Well, human nature is for you to look at somebody's record and then you start thinking, oh, we're just going to come in here and they're going to roll over and we're going to win the game. But the reality of it is they're well coached. They've had success in that program, a lot of success. They're tough, they're competitive. And so for coaches, we knew that the biggest challenge was for us was to get our guys' mental approach to the game ready to go out and win. I thought we approached it okay. We were able to learn some lessons from it, but I didn't think that we had the championship approach or the champion team approach that we needed to have, and we were able to learn from it.
Yeah, certainly. It took a little while to maybe pull away from this team as well. They were scrappy. They were certainly, looking for a big win in their CA opener as well.
They were, and I knew that they're gonna win some games in this league, and they're gonna be good in the future. But we knew we were gonna have our hands full. We knew that some of the things that they do well give us problems, and we had to gut that one out.
Let's take a look at the highlights now. Last week from Monmouth, UNCW and the Hawks' first ever CAA meeting for the two schools. Let's take a look. Well, UNCW gets the win 68-55, the final score. Coach, once again, the bench was big with 33 points, and I thought it was first half Nick Farrar, second half late stages Donovan Newby. Those two guys really key contributors coming off the bench in this game.
Yeah, they did a really good job. When we were struggling to score in the first half, Nick came in and gave us some big minutes. Thought Malik did a good job too. And then in the second half, Don just hit some timely shots to kind of kill their momentum through their runs. And he's been rock solid for us all year and a calming presence for me. So those guys continue to play well coming off the bench.
You win by 13, but I know you weren't all too happy the way the game ended. Happy for the win, but gave you some teaching points coming out of this game as well.
Yeah, I just saw the mentality. I thought we kind of coasted through the game, and we went out and just thought we were going to just get the win by just showing up. And I thought we got out competed. I thought we got out toughed for the majority of the game, and that's not who we are as a team. We were able to kind of point some things out that we needed to focus in on, and I thought it was good for us after the fact.
Again, Trezarian White leading scorer in the game for UNCW with 16 points. He's been the leading scorer this season for the Seahawks. UNCW shoots almost 46% and holds the Hawks to 36% in this game. And again, the Seahawks open up CAA play with a win on the road at Monmouth, 68-55, the final score. We'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll take a look at Hampton coming into Trask Coliseum as a CAA opponent once again, a newcomer in the league. We'll have those highlights coming up next.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
Life-changing, life-changing, life-changing flavor.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Just like my mama said, hard times and that good way natural born. When the world wants you to sing a swing, I ain't gonna go.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Well, Hampton came to town Saturday afternoon in Trask Coliseum. Coach, heading into that game, again, you guys doing a great job self-scouting, taking a look at the tapes. What was the biggest thing that you were looking for from your kids going from that Monmouth game, getting ready for Hampton? Just
coming out and with the right mentality and approach to the game, and understanding how good of a team we are when we're locked in and focused. I wanted to make sure that we had more of a business-like approach to everything that we're doing, and I thought when we came out, we got out to a really good start. I thought we got a little complacent through the first half, and in the second half, we reeled it back in and finished off strong.
Yeah, 14-0 start to this game here, but they hit some threes, and you had to make some adjustments at halftime as well.
Yeah, we got them. Like, our transition defense was a little loose. We got set, but then we rested, and then they set a ball screen, and they would get downhill and make a play, or our matchups would be different. We didn't communicate well enough, and we didn't have enough sense of urgency to get out to the shooters. And then in the second half, we made our adjustment, and they didn't make a three in the second half.
needed to show some really high-level energy in this game, and Jamari Thomas was one of those guys. He finished with a career high. What did you see from him in really his best game maybe since the trip to the Bahamas?
Well, I thought he was focused in shoot around. I thought he was focused, leading up to the game. I thought he had a really good prep day on game day, and I thought I could just see he was ready to go. His energy was really good. He was talking. He was positive, and I want to see him continue to grow.
Well, certainly this was a test here for a while in Trask Coliseum. UNCW taking on the Hampton Pirates. First ever meeting as conference opponents as well. Let's take a look at the highlights here from New Year's Eve in Trask.
The shot clock, Thomas a touch, top of the key. Lobbing it to White and hammering it home is Trezarian White. That was the drive in, jump past near sideline. White beat set three. This time is good. And Trezarian White's a big bucket there.
Well, UNCW gets the win against Hampton, 82-65 the final score. The key adjustment, Coach, as you said, was adjusting to those threes. Hampton, they had 6 threes in the first half. They only took 6 in the second and didn't make any. So certainly your message at halftime was received.
Yeah, we just needed to make an adjustment of being more alert and not letting them get downhill to make the kick out sprays for threes and not letting them get us in transition when we were off balance a little bit. So we cleaned that up, and I thought our guys understood what we were trying to make, the adjustment we were trying to make coming out of half, and did a really good job taking that away from them.
Yeah, they made a couple runs second half. They got it down to 7 points, but never led in this game. You guys led from wire to wire, but again, gives you something to kind of have some teaching points with your kids, I'm sure.
Yeah, it does, and I talked to them yesterday about it. I thought I was proud of them because we got off to a good start, and we were able to sustain a lead throughout the game, and they were playing catch-up the whole game, and that was an adjustment for us. They closed it a little bit, but we responded with a run, and we finished like I wanted us to. We're taking steps. We're getting better, and that's all I can ask from them.
Jamari Thomas with a career-high 17 in this game. Trezarian White with 15, 10 for Amari Kelly. Also had 8 rebounds as well. So to see your big guy, Amari Kelly, look good offensively, but hit the glass, 8 rebounds, that ties his career high.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his effort on the defensive glass. We need to, as a team, continue to come in and gain rebound, and it's going to start with him. And the adjustment that we need to make is rebounding with 2 hands, and he grabbed some big rebounds for us when we needed them.
UNCW 12-3 to start this season, 2-0 in conference play as well, as they've won 11 in a row. We'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll introduce you to Victor Eno, a grad transfer for UNCW. His player profile is next.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Hip injuries are extremely common in young and active population. Whether you're a high-level athlete, weekend warrior, or just active at work, hip and groin pain can become an issue. As with any injury, treatment starts with prevention. Maintaining a solid core strength as well as your glute strength in combination with front of the thigh stretching of your quadricep and your hip flexor can help to potentially limit overuse injuries as well as help you heal from other traumatic injuries. As always, if your hip pain doesn't resolve as it should, please come see us. At Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our goal is to support you with easy and accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, again, each week we'd like to introduce you to a player on the team, our Pepsi player profile. This week it is Victor Eno, and he's a grad transfer coach. You only have him for a season, and he's a guy who gives you certainly some size inside coming off the bench here, and he's done a nice job when his number's been called.
He has. He's an unbelievable kid. He probably wants to play a lot more than what he has, but his attitude's never wavered. He comes in every day in practice, and he gives it everything he has. He's engaged. He's grabbing the younger guys and showing them the way. He's being a leader, and I'm really glad we have him here. He'll help us this year.
How did you find him? Obviously in the transfer portal, a guy that comes from Marist. What were you looking for when you found him?
Just a solid player, good kid, solid player, somebody that we could count on defensively to guard the post, to guard ball screens, a physical presence. We haven't had that since I've been here. Just somebody that we could count on to be a really solid player for us.
And again, you get into conference play, you know this is a physical league. Foul trouble could, lurk out there. Do you see him kind of being a guy that can step up a little bit more in conference play for you?
I do. It's tough in this league because the guys at his position are normally smaller and a little bit quicker. But we'll face some opponents that'll have a physical presence down there, and I think that's where he'll come and be valuable to us.
So again, the grad transfer, Victor Eno. John Smith has more on him in our Pepsi player profile.
Welcome back. John Smith joined here with Victor Eno, another one of the transfers in here at the Seahawk. Welcome back. John Smith joined here with Victor Eno, another one of the transfers in here at the Seahawk program coming in from Marist. Just talk about what was the reason why you picked UNCW?
UNCW stood out because of I could tell the relationship between the coaches and the players were really genuine. I spoke to a couple of the players, and they told me about the coaches and how it's family oriented, and that's one of the main things I was looking for in my next school, because it's my last year. I wanted to go out with a bang.
You leave that school, you come down here, you're doing all your preseason workouts. How do you kind of work yourself into that team mentality when you really don't know anybody? How difficult is that when you've been established someplace?
It was, to me, it wasn't that difficult. I've always been a team guy on every team I've played on, so it wasn't that difficult to like gel with the team and coaches. It's just understanding what the coaches want from me, and what the team, what I could bring to the team. And as soon as I got that, understood that, I spoke to the coaches, I spoke to the players. As soon as I had that understanding, everything was smooth.
When people watch you, what should they expect to see? What is your favorite thing to do when you play basketball?
My favorite thing to do when I play ball is pretty much be aggressive. I love being aggressive. I love hitting people, pretty much. I like getting rebounds. So I want when people watch a game and I'm in the game, they expect me to go hard.
And that kind of fits this perfect 4-guard, 1-forward offense that the Seahawks have run. Hearing that you have some interesting likes and interests, good cook, paint, all types of things. What's your favorite thing to cook?
That's difficult because honestly, I'll say anything that has to do with rice, I can make it. Yeah, it's one of my to-go because it's quick for me. After practice, sometimes I don't have an idea what I want to make when it comes to rice, but I just go in there and prepare some chicken. Sometimes I make rice and stew with chicken. Sometimes I make some fried rice, jollof rice. Any type of rice, I know how to make it for sure.
And how did you get involved in the arts?
In arts, I remember at a young age, I started watching like Tom and Jerry, and I'll pause it and start trying to like draw some scenes in it. And my mom and my uncle really encouraged me when I showed them, so it gave me confidence. And then I took 2 art classes in Nigeria. Took one when I was leaving Marist. I was drawing in study hall, and my advisor saw me and put me in an art class. So I took a drawing class and a painting class, and I really enjoyed it. And now I'm just keeping it going. Yeah.
Well, best of luck this season. Victor Eno, we'll be right back.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Just like my mama said, hard times and that good way that you're born. When the world wants you to sing a swing, I ain't gonna go.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the Dew.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Bring you back time for this week's Flying Machine Play of the Week. Very beginning of the game against Hampton. It set the tone for this contest. Let's take a look. Once again, our Flying Machine Play of the Week, that alley-oop dunk. Coach, obviously a set play there. Did you see something in looking at the tape at Hampton and try to set the tone early in this one?
Yeah, we knew we could get something at the rim on them, and we were watching tape, and they don't do a good job of fighting through screens and communicating. We saw something there, and I wanted to start the game off with an energy, momentum play, and Trezarian got a great alley-oop from Jamari, and he went up and flushed it, and that was a good way to get us started.
Yeah, it really set the tone. I mean, you never trailed from that point on, so to have that kind of play set the tone very early is a plus for you guys.
Yeah, we like to do that from time to time, especially at home, to get the crowd involved. They executed well, so the guys deserve all the credit for that one.
Once again, our Flying Machine Play of the Week. That brings us to our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. It's actually players here because we're highlighting the bench once again. Coach, it has been an incredible bench, 14th in the country coming in here now, averaging about 32 points a game. You've got a lot of depth, more than you had a season ago, and it's certainly paying off for this team.
Well, that's what we wanted to do when we built this roster together, was make sure that we had 10, 11, 12 guys that we felt really good about, and I think the two teams that are leading this league right now have the same type of makeup. With us in Charleston, they are really deep, we're deep, and I think that's been a huge reason why we've been successful so far, and hopefully it continues to be that way.
Not just the points, but how about this? Shooting 52% the last 2 games, 33% from 3, and averaging 12.5 rebounds coming off the bench as well. So those guys may not be starters, but certainly key contributors. And a lot of them are on the floor in the key moments late in the game as well.
Yeah, they complement the starters well. Guys coming off the bench, they have different skill sets than the guys that are starting, and they do a lot of different things to help us win, not just scoring. They make great plays. The play that's presented to them, they rebound it well. They shoot it well. So they complement each other well.
Again, the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. The players, the bench for UNCW. We'll take our final break. On the other side, we'll preview the 2 road games in the conference coming up, Elon and A&T for UNCW. That's next.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Hip injuries are extremely common in young and active population. Whether you're a high-level athlete, weekend warrior, or just active at work, hip and groin pain can become an issue. As with any injury, treatment starts with prevention. Maintaining a solid core strength as well as your glute strength in combination with front of the thigh stretching of your quadricep and your hip flexor can help to potentially limit overuse injuries as well as help you heal from other traumatic injuries. As always, if your hip pain doesn't resolve as it should, please come see us. At Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our goal is to support you with easy and accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, before we take a look at what's ahead for UNCW, we take our first peek at our Hardy CAA standings. Coach, couple of games in, 1 game, and hey, you're 2-0 along with Charleston and Drexel right now, sitting atop the conference and doing a good job. Great to start that way for sure.
It is, and you don't want to look too far ahead. You want to take it one game at a time, but we're certainly off to a good start right now.
Yeah, the first 2 of 18 this season in the conference for UNCW. Again, 2-0 atop the conference standings, our Hardy's CAA standings. All right, let's take a look now at what's ahead for UNCW. They take on Elon on the road Wednesday. That'll be 7 o'clock at Elon, and then Saturday at A&T, another newcomer in the league. That'll be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Coach is talking about Elon here, a team that's had their struggles early on. But again, you know, going up there and in conference play, it hasn't always been easy going to Elon on the road, and that's what you have on Wednesday night.
Right. They broke our streak last year. They ended our streak last year, and you know, they're going to be coming in with a lot of confidence because they returned some guys off last year's team, and they're going to be a tough matchup for us because they're going to play 40 minutes of zone. They're going to try to slow the game down. So we really have to lock in. It's a road game, and all road games are tough. We're going to have to lock in and execute our scouting report.
Taking care of the basketball as well should be key. They average about 7 steals a game. Where are they getting it from? How do you protect against that?
Just people not attacking the zone the right way, over-penetrating, making the passes at the wrong times. They're really active in their zone. They do a really good job of it. And just having a sense of where to attack and how to attack is going to be very important.
So again, UNCW at Elon Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We're on the air at 6:45 on 95.9 FM The Breeze. And then Saturday, A&T, that game 2 o'clock, 1:45 our airtime. Again, the Seahawks taking on 2 conference road games here coming up this week. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takeo Siddle, Hope Richardson, and Joe Browning, our entire crew, I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.